May I live a life of ease. May I be happy and at peace. May I love and be loved. May I be safe and healthy. So this is my stream starting soon. And today I was going to read a little bit of the forgiveness meditations that my therapist gave to me to help me forgive myself, forgive other people, and whatnot. I'm going to make a YouTube short real quick. Writing, reading, and chatting mechanical poetry live. No one's gonna watch. Nah, maybe. Somebody might. I look so messed up. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should actually do a different one because that one's like really bad. Yeah. No. No. Writing, reading, and chatting mechanical poetry live. Alright. That'll do, I suppose. Writing, reading, and chatting. And then I'll do a hashtag poetry. What other hashtag? Maybe poetry reading. There we go. That should do, and then I'll add some tags to it and whatnot. Stream starting soon. Alright, I think it's uploaded. Not exactly yet. Okay, I think I can edit it now. Writing, reading, and chatting mechanical poetry live. And then tags. Writing live poetry. Reading live poetry. What? Why did that not work? Reading live poetry. Okay. Reading live poetry. Reading live poetry. Reading live poetry. Come on, work. To type that in. Reading live poetry. Live now. Chatting, reading, and writing. Chatting, reading, and writing. Chatting, reading, and writing. It's annoying how much this doesn't work in comparison to my other phone. I switched phones and... Alright, well that's good enough. Because it is time. Okay, so oh yeah, I didn't even check the stream and see how it was doing. Restream says it's excellent. Let's see, YouTube. It's not saying yet. It's just telling me the audio stream's current bit rate is lower. It better be able to hear me because on OBS it says my mic is working just fine, and every time I start a stream, I make sure everything's working, so I don't know what that would be about. Twitch says excellent, so that's good. Typically Twitch says no. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube, but it just keeps saying the audio stream's current bitrate, and it says it's 0. Well, maybe I should double check real quick, go to my channel and see if I hear myself talking. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube, but it just keeps saying it's working. Yeah, because that would be me and my voice. Alright, so I guess since the stream has started, I will read a poem, right? That's what I do. But I was also going to read these forgiveness meditations. But I suppose I could read the forgiveness meditations a little bit later, and I'll just get into reading a poem. Let's see here. Oh, howdy on Twitch. There was somebody on YouTube too, but I think they bounced already. Let's see, what poem should I read? I don't know what to read. I should have been better prepared. My sister's birthday is coming up. I suppose I could read the poem I wrote for her birthday like a very long time ago. So, yo, did I have a title for this poem? I did not have a title for this poem. I just went straight into it. I was just like, it is Machine with mechanical poetry. I'm gonna read you a poem. Yo, happy birthday, Jennifer. Your name isn't fun when it comes to rhyme, so I will continue with this poem at work with not that much time. If I continue thinking about it, I will most likely lose my mind. You owe me $10. Payment is due. Let me tell you a story titled, This Story is True. Once upon a time, the king of Mechanical Land lent his sister $10 dues. The king needed that money to devise his diplomatic ruse. The king walking on Mechanical Land's moon. Time passed on the king's circle and stone. His majesty dreaded someone would usurp his throne. The end. Payment is now past due. I want my money. Thank you. You made it to the end of this poem. I used to say that at the end of every single poem for quite some time until I just decided to stop doing that entirely. And that would be like, let's see, the most recent 5 poems. I'll read the one I wrote for my cousin Joe on his birthday. I think he was the first birthday poem I did on my YouTube channel. Howdy, it's Jason with Mechanical Poetry. I'm gonna read you a poem titled Happy Birthday, Joe. I wanted to tell you, you're not a schmo. Very smart and very nice. What is it you like on your rice? Soy sauce I find fine. No MSG. Be sure to check the sign. Climbing and close to the top of the hill. When you climb over, roll down for the thrill. In bed and asleep by 9 at night. Using the word whippersnappers soon in sight. Just messin' Joe, you're the man. You know I'm your biggest fan. Yeah, I'm fairly positive that was the first birthday poem I did. Unless it was to my niece, Jordan? No. I think it was Joe. There is one way I could verify. And I am going to do that because I can, and I'm going to. All right, videos, oldest, and it was Joe. Yep, it was Joe 9 years ago, and then I'm pretty sure I did my sister. Yep. Let's play the one. Let's play Joe's from 9 years ago. And pow, pow. Oops, it's muted.
I'm going to read you a poem. Hey, it is Machine with Mechanical Poetry. I'm going to read you a poem titled Happy Birthday, Joe. I wanted to tell you you're not a schmo. Very smart and very nice. What is it you like on your rice? Soy sauce I find fine. No MSG. Be sure to check the sign. Climbing and close to the top of the hill. When you climb over, roll down for the thrill. In bed and asleep by 9 at night, using the word whippersnappers soon in sight. Just messin' Joe, you're the man. You know I'm your biggest fan.
I think the one...
yeah, I wrote that for my cousin Joe a year ago today.
Oh, so I wrote that on Facebook, and then I took that poem that I wrote on Facebook and made it a YouTube video? Because that's what I just said. Pretty sure.
If the listeners did enjoy that poem, please return poem from a year ago. But it's new to the listener, Joe. I hope you have a great day. I hope you like the Joe. I hope you have a great day. I hope you like the poem even.
That's annoying. I'll stop doing that. Alright, I suppose I could read another happy birthday poem. Nah, let's get away from birthdays. This one has an interesting title, and I didn't think about it until after... but it's not what you think, so... But it does have an interesting title. So... I titled this one... Happy Ending. Time is healing wounds that have been open and infected. Is this just me and my own perception? Am I being subjective? I need to know the truth, not something I have been told. I need it on paper so the story can unfold. Will I be a happy ending, or will my case file go cold? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good poem. It's kind of short, but yeah, it's not about a happy ending and whatnot, so... Mm, yeah, I suppose I could read the poem I'm working on and see if I can get anywhere with this. All right, so I do like this to be the beginning of the poem, just straight off the bat. It's like it basically tells you what this poem is about, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to bring the forgiveness meditations. So it's like forgiveness of others, forgiveness for yourself, and forgiveness for those who have hurt or harmed you. And I'm trying to read these when I'm stretching in the early day. Um, to work on myself. And that's what the other poem was that I finished. But I'll go ahead and read this poem and then maybe read the one, a little bit of the. Anyways, so focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole, forgive me, willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. Very much aware of the situation, continuing with the wrong decisions. I am out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I am writing about, that's as far as I've gotten. So today it'll be a week of no cigarettes. Even after a week, you still feel somewhat insane. Like, I'm kind of feeling it right now. So let's see. Forgiveness meditations. Forgiveness enables us to be released from the sorrows of the past. Although it can arise spontaneously, it can also be developed. Before you can do forgiveness practice, you must be clear about what forgiveness means. Forgiveness does not in any way justify or condone harmful actions. Now, by the way, I don't have any citation or I can't credit anybody because this was given to me by my therapist, and all it says is at the top, forgiveness meditations, and it's got a date on it. Anyways, forgiveness does not in any way justify or condone harmful actions. While you forgive, you may also say, never again will I knowingly allow this to happen. You can resolve to prevent further harm. Are you sure you can do that? I don't know if you can control. Well, I suppose you can control being hurt. It's your choice if you allow what somebody does to you to hurt you. So never again will I knowingly allow this to happen. You can resolve to prevent further harm. Forgiveness does not mean you have to seek out or speak to those who caused you harm. You may choose never to see them again. Forgiveness is an act of the heart, a movement to let go of pain, the resentment, the outrage that you have carried as a burden for so long. It is an easing of your own heart. We have all been harmed, just as we have at times harmed ourselves and others. For most people, forgiveness is a process. When you have been deeply wounded, the work of forgiveness can take years. It will go through many stages: grief, rage, sorrow, fear, and confusion. And in the end, if you let yourself feel the pain you carry, it will come as a release, as a release for your heart. You will see that forgiveness is fundamentally for your own sake, a way to carry the pain of the past no longer. The fate of the person who harms you, whether they be alive or dead, does not matter nearly as much as what you carry in your heart. And if the forgiveness is for yourself, for your own guilt, for the harm you've done to yourself or to another, the process is the same. You will come to realize that you can carry it no longer. And I think this is what everyone needs. I think everyone needs to forgive, and everyone needs to forgive themselves, and everyone needs to be open to forgiveness. I think it's not a good idea to close yourself off from a practice that is extremely beneficial for everyone you're around, no matter who you are talking to at any point in time. And I don't know where to go with this poem. Like, I have no idea. I'm gonna like read it again and see if there's any focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Forgive me willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. I mean, I do like these first few these first few sentences because they're pretty good and they're pretty bold. Like this one sentence that I read: tired of jumping in the hole. Forgive me, willingly jumping in the hole. You know, it's me that's willingly jumping in the hole. I know it's dangerous as fuck, yet I still jump. Like cigarettes, I know I'm eventually gonna possibly have a heart attack and die. Like, it is killing me slowly, yet I'm very much aware of the situation and I'm continuing with the wrong decisions. And then I tell myself I am out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. These hands should be in control. I should be in control of them. They're mine. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I am writing about, this is no longer fun. No, I've done that rhyme so many times. This is no longer fun. I want this to be done. Whatever it is I am writing about. This burden. Maybe I should just say that. This burden, this grief, this guilt, this sorrow, this. Oh, I'm not writing. I should be writing. I'll start a new one because it's not going to fit on that one. Duplicate slide. What was I saying? Crap, it's gone. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Sorrow, right? Forgiveness of sorrow. Sorrow. And self-harm. Psychological harm. I have abused myself psychologically like so much in my life. It's ridiculous. Forgiveness of sorrow and psychological harm. You don't need to capitalize that. Oh, spell that right. Yeah, I did not spell that right, did I? Yep. Psychological. I think I like that. Whatever it is I am writing about, forgiveness of sorrow and psychological harm. Forgiveness of sorrow and psychological harm. I don't know, is that really going anywhere with this poem, or is it just kind of like stopping somewhere? Well, what I'll do is read something else and go from there. I'll read the one that I finished writing, and I uploaded a video of it because now that's basically what I do. If I write a new poem, it is because I wrote it live, because that is the only time I write now. I don't really write anymore. So I wrote this poem live and I read it live and I put it in the video editing software and uploaded it. So that's kind of cool. It's like something new that I'm doing with this channel, as opposed to doing a whole bunch of takes and going with the take that I like. I'll be doing live takes and going with the live take that I like. So it just changes it slightly, recording it live as opposed to me talking to the microphone and whatnot. All right. So here we go. Here we go. I titled it Nothing to Something. I am important and worthy of love. I want to be happy and change how I think. Processing my life, putting the pieces together. What happens if I think that way forever? Will you end it? You know what you are talking about. If you read that sentence a certain way, it doesn't sound like doubt. Alas, I do have one concern. When do I fully stop to learn? Love thyself, but what does that really mean? That would definitely be one of many things. Like having a lot of sweet, sweet cash. Sunbathing, brandishing my ass. Things that make me happy, just to list a few. Thoughts are processing. You have shit to do. I've used that rhyme before too. I double checked and I've used it before. What is it that really makes you happy? Love, of course, but let's not get too sappy. Yeah, that's not too bad. This poem isn't supposed to be sad. I used to think I was nothing, all the while I am something. So yeah, like, it's like positive poem. Working on being positive. Maybe I should write that. Let's forgiveness of sorrow and psychological harm. I'm working on being positive. That sounds kind of dumb. Okay, so I'll read the sentence. I'll read a couple sentences before. So I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, forgiveness of sorrow and psychological harm, I'm working on being positive. See, that doesn't go. That doesn't flow. That, no. No, doesn't. Let's see how that sounds though. What else rhymes with sorrow? Flow, sorrow, psychological harm. Okay, let's see how that sounds. I'm just going to read it from the top. See how it sounds. Focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Forgive me willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck. You still jump. very much aware of the situation, continuing with the wrong decisions. I am out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, that doesn't go, that doesn't flow. Forgiveness of sorrow and psychological harm. No, that doesn't go. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright, so maybe if I break the sentence up, that doesn't go, that doesn't flow. My gosh, I'm stuck on this poem. That doesn't go, that doesn't flow. Almost job. Oh, that doesn't go, that doesn't flow. Oh shit, I'm stuck on this poem. Oh shit. Stuck. Oh, that's like a cheap rhyme. That is a cheap rhyme. Well, I'll come back to it and I'll read something else. I've read this poem almost every single stream, but it's a classic, so I'm just gonna go with it. I titled it 100 Words. If it is that you are slow, read the rhyme Mother Told You So. Can't imagine what this really means. Feminists will make you wear things. Pants, jock strap. Who's waiting for the bitch slap? If it is that I am slow, read me the rhyme my mother wrote. Laugh with everyone, done with their dirt, and where'd I come from? Keep it. You are entitled. Eat my buttered bread. If it is that they are slow, read them the rhyme from this poem. If it is that you are insane, you would have counted the words on this page. Yup, yup. Yup, yup. That's for my daughter, but she doesn't watch my stream, so. I don't know, she might not say yup, yup. She says yo, though. I used to say yo. I guess I don't sound cool when I say yo anymore. Yo. Yo. So I used this on one of my backgrounds once. Check this out. It's just a whole bunch of mechanical poetry backgrounds, and I used to have this going on in the background for my streams. It was just like nice. It was kind of cool. Slightly interactive, not too, in your face, but more subtle, and not so extreme. I think I even slowed it down too. I just went and took a lot of the slides I used from my poems, like the title screen. Anyways, I suppose I could read a poem. That's what I'm doing, but I'm reading, writing, and whatever. So I guess I could read the rest of the. Okay, so I'm going to finish with this forgiveness meditation. To practice forgiveness meditation, let yourself sit comfortably, allowing your eyes to close and your breath to be natural and easy. Let your body and mind relax, breathing gently into the area of your heart. Let yourself feel all the barriers you have erected and the emotions that you have carried because you have not forgiven yourself, not forgiven others. Let yourself feel the pain of keeping your heart closed. Then, breathing softly, begin asking and extending forgiveness reciting the following words, letting the images and feelings that come up grow deeper as you repeat them. So it's pretty heavy. Like, I've cried many times, like, reading these things. And when I was at therapy once and we were, I was reciting these, like, I was embalming with, like, the audible noise where you make a lot of noise when you cry and whatever, but I was crying and my eyes just kept leaking and leaking and leaking, and and I was controlling it fairly well. I didn't want to be just a sobbing mess. If I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna keep it at least under somewhat control, or maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe I should just let it go. I'm just like, I don't want to be too embarrassed and look like a total sideshow, even though I have before, I'm sure. But anyways, that's self-judgment. Self-judgment. Mm. All right, so I don't want to read that. I don't want to read them yet. I'll just find another poem to read. So, and I don't think anybody else has popped on YouTube, unless they have, and I just haven't noticed that they left, and they came in and they left. So I could attempt to read the best poem ever in under 60 seconds. It's just that one's extremely. It's difficult. There it is. Best poem ever. Wait, why did it. What? Okay. This is a long poem. It's going to be difficult to read it in. Yeah, it's very. I don't think I've attempted this multiple times, and I'm over a minute like every single time. It's very difficult to read. I wrote it to be read somewhat, like, not very fast. Like, I was supposed to have a flow, but it wasn't like a very fast flow. It was meant to be read just like more normally, not like intense or whatever. I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to write the best poem ever should I start writing now. This supposedly superior. See, I already messed it up. See, I want to read it. I want to read it. I want to read it good. Like, I don't want to read it bad. I want to read it correctly. If I'm gonna do it, it's a hard poem to read. So I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to start writing the best poem. Shit, I already messed it up. I'll just try again, not a big deal. I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to start. The word start is not there. Okay, let's try again. I will be writing the best poem ever. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because that would be quite the endeavor. However, I might be able to write the best poem ever should I start writing now. This supposedly superior poem I will write could be about an owl. Ha ha. That is and was, therefore it's a joke. The best poem ever Might just pause for suspense. Also, I didn't want to rhyme the word you might have thought I would. The best poem ever would make more sense. Or or offend someone and rhyme joke with the word smoke, toke, coke, choke, hope. The list could go on and on. But I'm not going to list them all. I don't have time. I want to write the best poem ever, and it apparently cannot rhyme. Define identity and sound of some part, especially the end of words or lines of verse. Dictionary.com. Do you see what I am saying, or are you reading what I'm writing? Better yet, you hear what I have to say, that is, that this is, or very well could be, the best poem ever, and by extension makes this an ironic day. Because you might make it to the end of the worst poem ever made. Yeah, that's a very hard poem to read. I've read it better live, but yeah, it is a hard poem to read. So I will move on and all right, I'm gonna read this poem because I'm talking to myself and nobody's chatted. So it sounds like a good poem to read. I titled it Talking to Myself. This is the only thing I'm good at. Writing words and talking to myself. Writing words while talking to myself. I like to talk to me. I see what I see. I share perception and agree with me. I do enjoy talking to human beings. A smile and a nod is what I get. Either that or people just get upset. But I shouldn't fret, because I'm willing to bet. If I keep talking to myself, I'm going to go insane if I'm not already, but I suppose it is too soon to know. I'll let you know when I know, but they might know before I do, and then I won't be able to tell you. Ha ha! Yeah, I think that was a filler poem. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. Because I used to write multiple poems a month or a week, but like you check my video history and like I have like 5 poems in the last 2 years, I think. Like when I got my new job, I kind of just stopped caring. I'm just like, I don't care. Well, it was my channel in general, and I was like, man, it's not really ever gonna go anywhere. So, but with live streaming, and now that I'm using Restream, and my YouTube is getting some content, I'm using, but that's if I keep doing it every Saturday, because a lot of times I won't. But a lot of times it has to do with the fact that I'm trying to quit smoking and talking to a microphone. You just seem kind of weird, and I'm probably seeming kind of weird even now, and it's only been a week. Right, so this is the forgiveness of others meditation. There are many ways that I have hurt and harmed others, have betrayed or abandoned them, caused them suffering knowingly or unknowingly out of my pain, fear, anger, and confusion. Let yourself remember and visualize the ways you have hurt others. See and feel the pain you have caused out of your own fear and confusion. Feel your own sorrow and regret. Sense that finally you can release this burden and ask for forgiveness. Picture each memory that still burdens your heart, and then to each person in your mind repeat, I ask for your forgiveness. I ask for your forgiveness. Yeah. Let's see if I can go to that poem. And if anything is hitting me, I'm gonna go to the last sentence. Whatever it is I'm writing about isn't good. Shit. Yeah, that's horrible. That's garbage. So maybe I could get rid of whatever it is I'm writing about. Hey, okay, let's do this. Let's do copy, paste. All right, so go. Whatever doesn't go, whatever doesn't flow. Oh, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do I even know what the fuck I'm talking about? I don't think I don't think I do. Because here I am trying to squeeze a sentence in after the sentence, whatever it is I am writing about, and then I say whatever doesn't go or flow. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh my gosh, what the heck am I saying? Whatever it is I am writing about. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm talking about. Fun, done. No, this sucks. I don't know how to go anywhere with this. I really don't know how to go anywhere. So, oh my gosh, that is hardcore, but it's true. Okay, so oh no, should I even write that? Oh, it rhymes though. All right, so I'll just go ahead and read another poem and just try to think of something else randomly. Let's possibly pick. And Mr. Microphone. Yeah, that fits because nobody's really chatting. So let's go ahead. Wow, somebody came in on YouTube and bounced already. Alright, I titled this poem Mr. Microphone. Yet again, I confide in you, having no one that shares straight lines of view. Mr. Microphone, may I call you Mike? Not because we are a lot alike, but because of your personality type. You listen and do not talk back. Okay, this poem is going nowhere, so I'm going to change tracks. I originally wrote this out of frustration and sadness, knowing that I will most likely have no one to share my beliefs with, but those are not necessarily the facts. I have hope my wife will see the truth, but only time will tell me how much sanity I lack before this brain figuratively fractures and cracks. Damn, I did that in one breath. Shit. Yeah, that was hard to do when I read that. But I do like this line as my favorite line in the poem. Yet again, I confide in you, having no one that shares straight lines of view. But this is hard to read. Okay, so okay, this poem is going nowhere, so I'm going to change tracks. I originally wrote this out of frustration and sadness, knowing that I will most likely have no one to share. I already messed it up. Anyways, yeah, that is that poem. It's pretty good. Somebody came in on YouTube and bounced again. They're like, bounce it, bounce it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show these pretty pictures real quick. Let me show the pretty pictures that I found. They're pretty. These were the straight lines of view because, you know, they're straight and whatnot. Yep. A week, no cigarettes. It is difficult. Whatever it is I'm writing about, keep me away from. I was gonna say keep me away from a gun. To rhyme with fun, or I mean done. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, keep me away from any guns. No, that doesn't really rhyme, or it does, but it's just like meh. Who cares? Not that great of a rhyme. Oh, oh wow! This stream actually went pretty fast, and I did not look at the time. Typically, I would look at the time because, like, I will be honest, I do not enjoy this as much as I enjoy playing video games and just talking to myself because there's really no thinking involved. I mean, there's thinking obviously, but it's like the standby thinking where my mind is more on like an autopilot. I can relax, I can chill. I can just like laugh at what's funny, talk about whatever's going on in my mind. I suppose that's what I'm doing now. But I don't know, maybe it has something to do with alcohol too, because I drink alcohol on my evening streams when I play video games. Alright, so whatever it is I am writing about, give me away. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to write about it anymore. I don't even want to write about it anymore. I don't want to think about it anymore. Okay, that's as good as I've come up with. Even that's kind of lame. Alright. Nor, I could say, nor think about it. Think about it anymore. More sorrow and psychological harm. Let's go there. More sorrow and psychological harm. More sorrow. When I was hoping I'd spell psychological correctly, but I did not. Alright, so let's bring it to the top or the beginning. Focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Forgive me. Willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. Very much aware of the situation. Continuing with the wrong decisions. I'm out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, I don't even want to write about it anymore, nor think about it anymore. Sorrow and psychological harm. And then maybe I could go, but it needs to be processed. It needs to be processed. Whatever it is I'm writing about, I don't even want to write about it anymore. Or think about it anymore. Alright, exit. Let's do this. Animate. Appear. Click. I think. Alright. I don't know. I'm not really happy with this poem, but I'll continue. I wonder if I will eventually get to the point where I'm just completely unsatisfied with a poem that I'll completely abandon it. I think I've done that in the past, but it's not very often that I just completely just say, this is really going nowhere. I have no idea how to finish this. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Discard. Like, I'm pretty sure I've done it, but not often. So, focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Forgive me, willingly jumping in the hole. Maybe in here somewhere I should talk about how I'm tired of saying forgive me or I'm sorry, because at work a lot I'll be like forgive me or I'm sorry, forgive me. Focus on the present and forgive your past. Tired of jumping in the hole. Forgive me, willingly jumping in the hole. It's dangerous as fuck, yet you still jump. Very much aware of the situation, continuing with the wrong decisions. I'm out of ideas. I should be in control of these hands. I want to not want to. I need this to be done. Whatever it is I'm writing about, I don't even want to write about it anymore, nor think about it anymore. Sorrow and psychological harm. It needs to be processed. It needs to be processed. It needs to be processed. Where should I put? Maybe just say work it out. Sorrow and psychological harm. What could I say there? Shit. Oh, I messed up and showed the screen. Typically, I don't do that. Oops. Sorrow and psychological harm. Work it out. I don't know what to say. Well, I got like 5 minutes. I guess I could read the other one. So, this one's forgiveness for yourself. There are many ways that I've hurt and harmed myself. I have betrayed or abandoned myself many times through thought, word, or deed, knowingly or unknowingly. Feel your own precious body and life. Let yourself see the ways you have hurt or harmed yourself. Picture them. Remember them. Feel the sorrow you have carried from this and sense that you can release these burdens. Extend forgiveness for each of them, one by one. Repeat to yourself, for the ways I have hurt myself through action or inaction out of fear, pain, and confusion, I now extend a full and heartfelt forgiveness. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. So it's working on forgiveness in all ways that you can be forgiving. Sorrow and psychological harm. I don't know where to go with this poem, so I'm just going to read something else. And do I remember this one? I wrote a poem after I did 100 poems. I guess I could read it. It's been so long since I read it that I'm probably going to mess it up, but I'll try to slow it down and whatnot. Alright, howdy, it's Machine. I'll read you a poem. It's titled 100 Poems. Uploaded to YouTube. Yearning for conversation from basically anyone willing to listen to someone without big boobs. I remember that. Pouring out my heart about what I believe in hopes that someone will talk to me. I don't have a lot of subscribers and I don't get many views. I didn't do this for the money, yet that might not seem true. I monetized my videos and wrote a poem about it because I thought it might help my channel in the search results. Thinking maybe more random people would visit my channel. So I think this poem is more like thoughts. I don't even know if I want to finish this sentence. That is somewhat sad. So is this rhyme, because my 100th poem isn't very bad. Well, yeah, that was kind of bad. Oh well. Sometimes my poems were the greatest, but I just went with them because I was like, well, gotta write something, gotta put something out there, because I put up multiple poems a week for a while, for like years on this channel, and then just like over years and years and years of this channel, like never going anywhere, I was just like, screw it, I'll just upload when I want to, and that was like every once in a while for a bit, and then there was a time where I just didn't upload anything for like quite some time, I think like a year straight. But yeah, well, it is that time. Thanks for whoever popped in. And yeah, May we all live a life of ease. May we all be safe and healthy. May we all be loved and love. May we all be happy and at peace.